Welcome to Authentic Conversations. My name is Kelvin K. Karaoke. Today we are with Brian James here.
Yes.
We're here to discuss the hero inside.
Yeah.
So where do we start?
I think, first of all, hold up. We have to understand this. Are you a Marvel fan or a DC fan?
Technically, I'm a Marvel fan.
Okay, so then we can at least have a conversation from there. You know, the thing is, about the hero, every single man desires to be a hero. Deep down inside, we always want to be the hero. We want to be the guy that catches the robbers. Yeah. We want to be the guy that saves that dinosaur. We want to be the guy that kills the dragons.
They say the princess. You save the princess.
Exactly. You want to be the one that saves the princess. You want to be the Black Panther. You want to be the Iron Man, the Superman. It's a deep desire deep inside us.
And it's something you can't just deny yourself.
Nope.
Yep. And then there's that part of you that just feels alive every time you save someone.
Exactly. Especially the accolades, the appreciation. That, oh my God, thanks for this. I don't know how I could have done it without you. I don't know why when those things come with a female voice, it slaps different.
Definitely. Especially if the female appreciates you and you're like, you're my hero.
It slaps different, my friend. It slaps different.
It's very enjoyable.
It makes the sun a little bit warmer, the air a little bit cooler, the leaves a little bit greener.
True.
Everything just looks beautiful, Yeah. It's a whole new vibe. And the good thing is society provides us those opportunities to be that hero.
So there are opportunities to be the hero.
There are always opportunities to be the hero, to make a difference, to change lives. Saul is the perfect canvas. Sorry, the Bible is the perfect canvas for this whole hero business. He was given a chance to save Israel from enemies. Yeah. He went and chopped the piece of livestock and then distributed into 12 parts, then sent it to all Israel and then said, whoever doesn't come to the battlefield, this is what I'm going to do to his community. And they came and then they fought. I think it was the Philistines, and it was amazing. He won. He was the hero. He was the one who saved the day. Yeah. And then they made him king. But the problem is the more you take up the roles of a hero as a man, the more society expects that from you.
So it becomes an expectation of the society rather than some accolade for yourself.
Exactly. It stops being, thank you so much for doing this, to being, when are you going to do this next?
Wow.
You move from being the star to being from the hero that saves the day to being the sun that keeps the day running.
Wow. So it becomes like a daily expectation.
Exactly.
Like a commitment thing.
Exactly.
And you did not commit to being the hero. It was something that you thought you'd be appreciated for.
Exactly. And even if you committed to it, at some point, your hero becomes your job. It becomes the only thing society sees you as. It's interesting that if you're to use the example of, forgive me, Marvel people, but if you're to use the example of the DC Superman, he started as Clark Kent being Superman. Yeah. But by the time the entire galaxy and the entire universe knew him, they only knew him as Superman. Yeah. Very few people remember that he's Clark Kent. Yeah. So it becomes your role. And the problem with that is the moment you allow the role to change you, the moment you allow the role to become who you are, you get to a place, because once society starts making the expectation that you're not just the hero, you're the necessary step, you come to a place what you call ubiquitous. Ubiquitous simply means that you are so weaved into the fabric of society that people don't notice you anymore. They only notice the effects that you have.
So it becomes, your roles have become part of what society needs. So society is limiting you to that one specific role that you thought you'd be appreciated
for. Now that is all we need from you, and we always need from you. I mean, think about it. Imagine search engine without Google. Imagine even internet without Google. There was a time, I believe it was in 2006. Yeah. The Google servers shut down for around 2 minutes.
2 minutes only.
Internet usage dropped by 40%.
Whoa.
That's how much we use to Google. We don't even know what search looks like outside of Google, because Google has become ubiquitous.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
People are still going to Google the word ubiquitous.
I know. They're going to use Google to find out about this whole Google thing. True. Why? Because Google is that ubiquitous. The same thing about Safaricom. If I make a phone call right now, I'm in Nairobi or whatever, and then I make a phone call, and then the phone call hangs up halfway through, and then I check and my credit is still there, I won't be like, oh, Safaricom, you've been serving me well for so many years, but now you're starting to fail. I understand. I'll make a very angry phone call to customer care, because I'm like, what? How dare you? Because at this point in time, we don't thank them for their service. We expect it.
It's like, if you don't have network at this place, there's an issue with Safaricom.
Exactly. I don't care whether they have to no Uber me as what is this thing called? Uber me route or booster on my spot. I need Safaricom services
because they proclaim that they are all over.
Exactly, and expect them. And even if they didn't proclaim as where we've reached, I expect them to be all over. Like the other day we were just checking at how people search on Google. Initially it used to search keywords like find KK age. That's it. Then we search and then it gives search. The other days we go like, hey Google, there's this guy called KK. Do you think you know him? And what could be his age? That's how we search. And we expect Google to figure out that this is what I'm trying to ask and just be conversational with me. In fact, you've even reached a place nowadays, Google says search for Kelvin instead of Kevlin. You expect Google to figure out what I'm trying to say.
Exactly.
Get inside my head and come up with a solution. That's how much you Google has become ubiquitous.
So it's made us asinine. Technically, it's made us extremely stupid because if you think about it, if we are relying on the information out there, it's made us...
In a sense, being ubiquitous makes society slightly dumber and slightly lazier as pertains to your area. And you see, that's the same thing with men. As a man's service, as a man's hero duty becomes more and more ubiquitous, it reaches a place where society becomes dumb in that regard. If you are the boyfriend, the girlfriend becomes dumb concerning paying bills.
Exactly.
If you are the husband, the wife becomes lazy concerning critical decisions because she expects you to deliver. And as those roles become who you are, you reach a place, you bottle up your hero desires. And as you bottle them up, eventually they will blow out. The perfect example is Saul again. In the book of 2 Samuel, the 18th chapter, we find a situation where Saul is no longer the hero, David is. Then David got a bunch of girls singing, David 10,000, Saul 1,000. And Saul felt some type of way because he used to be getting those accolades. He used to be getting all those appreciations. But you see, the problem is Saul did not notice he is the king.
So now it's expected of him. It's no longer a hero duty, it's a kingly duty.
Exactly. And you see, the desire to be a hero in a man supersedes every other privilege you get because this guy was the king. This guy had the entire army at his command. This guy had everyone as a servant. He was the final say concerning everything. But in that particular instance, just because he was no longer the hero, he felt some type of way. And Bible says, I think it's verse 11, from then on he said he purposed in his heart to put an end to David. Such a tragic thing because deep down inside we always want to be the hero.
True.
And you see, as time goes by, the desire to be the hero, the desire to regain that hero, the desire to go from the role of father to going to finding that hero-ness in a father, the desire to go from husband to finding the hero-ness in a father, the desire to go from CEO to finding that hero-ness in a CEO, that desire begins to cause us to do stupid things. Like you said, asinine.
So it limits us.
Exactly. And we want to break out.
And we want to break out. We want to be the hero again. We want to save the day again.
Exactly. And if you look at most of the so-called vices or these bad behaviors that men are known for, like talking about having a side piece who's half your age, or buying these fancy cars, or just being a workaholic.
Even a midlife crisis.
Exactly. In fact, even the so-called, even sometimes you can use ministry as an avenue to try and regain that hero-ness.
How?
If at home your spouse sees you for who you are and sees the flaws you make and helps to correct you, but in the church everyone celebrates you as God sent. If in church everyone's like, Pastor, thank you so much. You blessed my day, Pastor. You don't know. Meanwhile, back at home, your wife is like, by the way, I am not eating skuma for supper. How long do you think before you lean in more in the name of God demands more calling from me? So you start leaning in towards the things that make you the hero again. So all those vices, they are a cry.
So you escape your home fact that you're just a role, not a hero anymore.
Exactly.
And you rely on the fact that you're the hero in church, so you're leaning towards the church more, leaving your home more, and so you're using church as an escape.
Exactly, because you want to be the hero again. You want those confettis and you want those confettis and all those accolades for those small things that you do, or even the big things that you do, because back at home we don't see them anymore. Think about it. Do you even know when Men's Day is?
It happens.
Yeah, I think so. Do you even know when Father's Day is?
Yeah, that one I've heard about it.
Yeah, I know it's rumor somewhere.
Yeah,
I think I'll Google that after this.
June. It should be around June, May
or something.
We'll Google.
Yeah, we'll Google it. The ubiquitous Google will tell us where it is.
Definitely.
Why? Because our role in life is expected of us. No one needs to thank us anymore. And in any case, if they're going to thank me for Father's Day, chances are they'll use my money. So, you know.
Yeah, and
Because
it's just the usual Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, and a lame tie and an ugly watch. Who said those things? And you see, that's how things are.
That is, it's even a pair of socks. So be happy if you get a tie.
It's a blessing if you get a tie. So you see, that's the thing. But Women's Day, we know it weeks in advance. Mother's Day, we will know for a whole month, and even after that. Valentine's Day is the day for women to celebrate and for man to foot the bill. That's how bad it is. And I think for every man, we need to find that one day where we get to be a hero again.
True.
That.
But how then do we get to be the hero again?
Find the day. Find your one day. The good thing is God has provided that one day where we will always be a hero. A day is not exactly a physical 24-hour period. It's that space where you'll always make a difference. And it will always be marked. Some people will find it in legacies. Some people, I don't know who finds it in charitable work. Yes. But find that day that will make your life a little bit alive again.
And not use it as an escape.
It can't be an escape because it's ingrained in you. That's your spot. You're not trying to find another. That's your spot.
That's your spot.
Yeah.
That's your moment.
That's your moment.
The hero within.
That's your heyday.
You get to be alive again. You get and you get to be able to live through the rest of the day, not feeling like a role.
Yeah, not feeling like you're boxed in little Grinch.
So you're no longer a father, you're a hero. You're no longer a husband, you're a hero.
Exactly.
You're no longer just a boyfriend, you're the hero.
Exactly.
The hero of the day.
Exactly.
Well, that's Brian for you.
Yep. Yeah, so thank you guys so very much for joining us, for catching up with us. So feel free to interact with us on all our social media platforms: Facebook, Authentic Man 101, Instagram, Authentic Man 101, and YouTube as well, Authentic Man 101. See you soon.